We aim to usher in an era of happiness, not only for the people of the Republic of Korea and the Korean Peninsula, but for people throughout the global community. Today, the world knows no boundaries between countries. Rapidly changing situations around the world are influencing every corner of the globe in real time, calling for the international community's swift and close cooperation on global challenges. The Park Geun-hye government, aiming to achieve a new era of hope, is working to contribute to peace and co-prosperity of the international community by enhancing cooperation and building trust with countries around the world in a more creative and proactive manner. The threats posed by North Korea are undermining peace and security on the Korean Peninsula and beyond. In addressing such threats, Korea is placing great emphasis on forging trust between the two Koreas. It is also closely cooperating with the international community to establish sustainable peace on the Korean Peninsula and lay a foundation for peaceful unification. Based on the strong and firm Korea-U.S. alliance, Korea is working together with the U.S. on the North Korean nuclear issue and other various issues. It is also in close coordination with other countries, including China, Japan, and Russia. By doing so, Korea is seeking to create new visions for peace and cooperation in Northeast Asia. Building upon such efforts, Korea is expanding the horizon of its trust diplomacy beyond South Asia, the Pacific, and Eurasia to Latin America, Africa, the Middle East, and Central Asia. Korea is strengthening economic diplomacy to realize a creative economy, while pursuing science and technology diplomacy to create new growth engines. It is also enhancing cooperation for shared development with emerging markets with high growth potential. Furthermore, Korea is cooperating with the international community to cope with growing global challenges, including climate change, energy, food, poverty, peacekeeping, nuclear security, and cybersecurity. It has actively participated in global efforts to address the future agenda by establishing the Global Green Growth Institute, hosting the Green Climate Fund, joining the Arctic Council as a permanent observer, and holding the Seoul Conference on Cyberspace 2013. Korea is also sparing no efforts for development cooperation to realize an era of global happiness. As a recipient-turned-donor country, Korea is working to help developing countries eradicate poverty and pursue development on their own by sharing its experiences, especially those in rural development, through the Saemol Undong New Village movement. Korea is conducting ODA activities together with its people by facilitating private-public partnership through the Development Alliance Korea Network and by dispatching volunteer groups abroad. It is also working to increase the effectiveness of ODA in close cooperation with its development partner countries. Moving beyond Hallyu, the Korean wave, Korea is implementing a variety of public diplomacy programs through its over 160 overseas diplomatic missions to share its culture, history, experience, and vision with the world. At the same time, Korea is introducing to its people the cultures and arts of various parts of the world. Korea will continue to expand exchanges with people in every corner of the world with an open mind in order to realize a happier global community. For a new era of hope, Korea will build a peaceful and prosperous future through its trust diplomacy. Korea will take the lead in pursuing an era of happiness, not only for people in Korea and the Korean Peninsula, but for people all over the world.